Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you all how I dyed and created the perfect blonde on 613 hair from Wiggins Hair. So if you want to see how I achieved this color, please stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're going to get started right away. Like I said, this hair is from Wiggins Hair and I did get 3 bundles and a frontal in 14 inches. The bundles are amazing. They came so thick and they were so soft and very minimum shedding from these bundles. The frontal was really nice as well. It wasn't as thick as the bundles were, but it was really soft and it was really nice and it had minimum shedding as well. For this, you're going to need some gloves. You're going to need a toothbrush or either a perm brush, and you're also going to need a bowl. So today we're using Revlon Colorsilk permanent dye in the color 61 dark blonde, 60 dark ash blonde, and also 51 light brown for the roots. So we're just going to unravel the bundle because we want to make sure that we have the dye throughout the hair as easy and as quick as possible. So in the box you get a bottle with developer and you also get the bottle that has the dye in it. And they also give you a package of conditioner to use on the hair afterwards, but we're not going to use that. So we're just going to open the developer bottle and pour the dye solution inside of that. And once that's all poured in, we're just going to close the top and then cut the tip off. I suggest that you shake it up before you cut the tip off to let the dye come out, because I just messed up, but I think that it's better to shake it up and then cut it off. Okay, so for this first bundle, I'm going to use the 60 dark blonde and put it at the top. I'm just going to squeeze it out of the bottle and put it towards the top of the hair. I wanted to go for an ombre type of effect, but it really didn't turn out like the way I wanted it to. I ended up putting the wrong color at the top instead of at the bottom, but it's okay. It still turned out cute. I'm going to use my fingers throughout this process because I feel like that was the best method for me. I did have on nails, so my nails were kind of like the comb in an instance. But my hands were really like the best tool. I used my hands to saturate the hair and work the dye through the hair as much as possible, and it turned out perfectly. If you wanted to use a comb or brush, you can, but I'm lazy and I was trying to get this process done as fast as possible, so I felt like my hands were the best object. So I'm just going to use my hands to I'm just going to use my hands to work the dye throughout the hair, and you will see in a couple seconds that the dye is going to start changing immediately. Like, this dye did not wait for nobody to start changing, to start catching on to this hair. That's another reason why I love this so much, and the reason why I also love it is because it's permanent. You won't have to worry about like the color fading away or getting too ashy or getting, you know, mixed in with other stuff. Like, it's gonna stay this color, it's gonna stay that way forever. Alright, so next we're going to use the 61 dark ash blonde to put at the bottom. Like I said, I was supposed to do a ombre effect, but I messed up. I put the colors in the wrong spot, so I just made it do what it do, and it did what it did. Okay, so I'm just going to just pour this on here and do the same method like I did with the other bundle. I mean, not with the other bundle, but the same method that I did at the top of the bundle. So with this second bundle, instead of doing the ombre effect and messing up my hair, I'm just going to put the whole 61 dark blonde throughout the hair. I'm just going to put that whole box in another box on this hair to just make it one color. No ombre, no, you know, fancy stuff. I just poured it all on here and worked it through with my fingers to make this bundle all one color. Alright, so now it's time to work with the frontal. I'm going to put roots on this frontal, and I'm going to show you all how I do this and how it's the easy way for me. So like I said, I'm going to use a bowl that I showed at the beginning of the video, and I'm going to use the 51 light brown for this hair. I'm going to pour the developer, like I'm doing now, inside the bowl instead of putting the mixture in the bottle and shaking it up. I'm doing this because I'm using a toothbrush to apply to the hair. So well, when you're doing roots, it's very tedious and it's very strategic on how you apply it, because if you apply it wrong or if you apply too much, it's not gonna look like roots. I didn't want too much root. I didn't want too less of a root, because I still wanted the hair to seem like, you know, it's basically coming out of my head. So I dipped the toothbrush in the dye solution, and I'm just literally putting it on the root. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys in just a second so you can see how I do this. But it's really easy if you take your time. You can't run through this. Like, you cannot like rush through this. See, there it goes, zooming in. You cannot rush through this, because if you do, you will mess up. I promise you. I've done it plenty of times. I'm going to split the hair with the perm brush, the end of it. And I'm going to take my toothbrush, just a little bit, as you can see, and put it like literally on the root, like where the part is. I tried my hardest not to get the dye on the actual lace, which was my fault. But in a second, you're going to see that I'm going to stop and spray it with some got to be spray, because I forgot to do that stuff, but that's my fault. So yeah, you're just gonna do this really tediously. Take your time to do this. Of course, this is sped up just so the video can get through faster, but I did take my time with this. So I am going to show you how I did this multiple times. So if you don't get it the first time you saw it, you're going to continue to see it throughout the video. I'm just going to show you all how I apply it, part it, apply it, part it, apply it. So 2 minutes into me doing my hair, I realized that I forgot to spray my lace. so it wouldn't change colors against the dye. So I went ahead and did that just to show you how I did it. I also went ahead and finished rooting the rest of my frontal. I didn't finish that end part where I'm holding up right now, because usually when I get frontals I change them into closures, so there was no need for me to finish the whole frontal if I wasn't going to use it. As you can see, the roots are really dark, like really dark. But when I put the blonde dye against it, it's going to change a little bit, but not that much. So I went ahead and used the rest of the dye that I used on the second bundle, and I know it looks a little bit dark, but that's because I had it sitting out while I was doing the roots of the frontal. It is going to change into the same color, so no need to worry about that. It only looks like that because I had it sitting out for a couple minutes, but it's still going to look ash blonde. And just like I've been doing with my other bundles, I'm just going to use my hands like before to work this in the hair. The frontal was the same texture as the bundle, so I had no problem using my fingers to work the dye through. And I don't want it to be a separation between the blonde dye and the light brown dye, so I'm going to use my fingers to kind of blend the two colors together right there at the tip of the root. Not the tip, well, I guess the bottom of the root, you can say. Just so it can kind of blend in, so it won't be any type of separation between the two colors. Okay, so for this last bundle, I'm literally going to do the same exact thing that I did for the frontal. I'm going to dip my toothbrush into the dye mixture, the light brown 51, and I'm going to put it towards the weft of the hair. I'm going to put the dye close to the wefts as I can, so when I sew the hair on the wig and it's underneath the frontal, you won't be able to detect whether you see the blonde or you see the light brown, because it's all going to look the same. So I did unravel the hair all the way as if it was a single track, to make the process go quicker, and also to make sure that I'm getting the dye on every single last bit of the hair. I didn't have to flip it over because, like I said, it is a single track, so the hair went like right through the bundle, so I didn't have to flip it over or anything like that. After a while, I started to use my fingers for it because I just got tired of using the toothbrush and it was just taking too long. So if you want to, you can use a toothbrush, but for me, I'm trying to get the process over with, so I just use my fingers. Afterwards, I'm just going to use this last box of dye and I'm going to put it all throughout the bundle. No ombre, like I said before, no effects, no trickery, no highlights, nothing like that. I'm just gonna put it throughout the bundle, and like I did with the frontal, I'm gonna put a little bit towards the tip of the root so it can blend in and it won't be any separation between the two dyes. I cannot talk. So it won't be any separation between the two dye colors. Alright guys, so after I did all the dyeing, all the washing, all the conditioning, and just letting it sit out for a minute, this is how the color came out. Everything came out better than expected. I really like this dye so much, and as you can see, the roots to the frontal came out pretty, and everything came out looking so well. To wash the hair, I just used some Shimmer Lights shampoo, I used Tresemme shampoo, and I also used Tresemme conditioner to bring some of the moisture and color back into the hair. The hair came out perfectly, guys. Right now I'm just going to post a couple clips of me with the hair curled and how it looked in the light. And guys, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos coming soon, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.